Outsiders! Don't act like you don't eat cereal when you watch cartoons. Robin! Much like the comic book series it takes its name from, Young Justice, the TV show, is all about the younger generation of superheroes battling evil and living in the shadows of the Justice League. Everybody who's seen the show loves the show. Fans, critics, that one guy at your comic book store who hates everything. The series debuted in 2010 but was unfortunately canceled in 2013 after only 2 seasons. The reason the show was canceled was because the Mattel toy line wasn't selling very well. Maybe have a better toy line and we'll actually buy some of them. But after years of fan campaigns and Netflix binge-watching sessions, Young Justice is finally back for a 3rd season on the DC Universe, a streaming service with less subscribers than us, and only a quarter of those subscribers actually pay the $8 a month to watch. It really is a shame that this isn't on a more widely used platform like Netflix or Hulu or something, because this season, titled Outsiders, is every bit as good as it was when Young Justice was on regular TV. The season picks up almost immediately after the events of season 2, before then fast forwarding another 2 years into the future. The core team is struggling to stay together. Nightwing and some others have left Young Justice, Batman and a group of others have left the Justice League, and there's a metahuman trafficking syndicate that's kidnapping and exploiting kids with the metahuman gene. This is a great new direction for the series, and everything you loved about it before is still there. The storytelling is still very smart and sophisticated. The original cast returns and they're as excellent as ever. Bruce Greenwood is still hands down the second best Batman voice, and I do not say that lightly. Outsiders is definitely more mature than previous seasons, and while that's not a bad thing, I definitely feel it's worth mentioning. The violence feels so much more intense, with blood and death more prominently depicted on screen. Themes of love and loss get greater airtime than they did in the Cartoon Network days. And the whole metahuman trafficking story, as well as Black Lightning's PTSD, are depicted with a sense of realism not too dissimilar from the way more quote-unquote serious shows would handle these topics. Young Justice was always a fairly adult show for something that was originally aimed at kids. I appreciate the attempts to go in a more mature, darker direction, but if you have children that may have liked it when it was originally on TV, or who like these heroes from maybe like Teen Titans Go or Batman Brave and the Bold, I would say watch this first to see if your kids can handle it. That's not to say it's all doom and gloom. They don't go full Zack Snyder on us right away. There are still a lot of good, lighthearted moments and a lot of great scenes of classic superheroing. You know, right before the scene where the girl gets her face burned off. Graphically. But that's not really a complaint. I don't actually have any real complaints about Young Justice Outsiders right now, but I do have some stray observations that I think are worth mentioning that might actually turn some people off. For one thing, Outsiders isn't exactly new watcher friendly. The season starts almost immediately after season 2 ends. It's almost like the show was never canceled to begin with. Now, seasons 1 and 2 are on DC Universe, so you can catch up pretty easily. But if you're like me and you never finished season 2 and you just jumped right into season 3, you may be a little lost at what's going on in the beginning of the show. I'll pause for a minute so you can yell at me in the comments about never finishing season 2. Also, this might just be me, but something felt off about the animation. Like, it looks good, the character models and overall art direction are in line with the previous seasons, but the actual animation part of it feels much more stiff and limited when compared to when it was on Cartoon Network. I don't want to say the show looks cheap, But much like Titans, I feel like the fact that it's on a niche streaming service and therefore has a much lower budget than typical network shows is really hindering the production value of it. Lastly, the 3 episodes that are currently on DC Universe are really only focusing on the original members of the team, specifically Nightwing, Superboy, Tigress used to be Arrowette, and for good measure, they threw in Black Lightning. And look, that's fine. I get wanting to start your new season slow, get everybody up to speed with the new direction you're taking it in, but come on, man. Don't tease Tim Drake doing something awesome with Batman and not follow through on it. Don't do that to me. But in the end, those little nitpicks are not enough to keep me from recommending Young Justice Outsiders. The show suffered no dip in quality from its time away from screens. Unlike some other beloved TV shows that got canceled before their time and then revived years later on a streaming service, Young Justice still remains as good as it always was. DC is releasing episodes of Young Justice Outsiders in 3-episode chunks. So the first 3 episodes are live right now, the next 3 will go live on January 11th, so forth and so on. Season 3 will consist of 26 episodes, the first 13 will air throughout January, and the second 13 will be released in June or July. It kind of sucks that they're splitting the release like this. I wish they would just put it out all at once or, in sequence at the same time. I guess this is more or less their way of making sure you stay subscribed to DC Universe. But honestly, if you were ever on the fence about signing up for this service, this might just be the show to win you over. Young Justice was always one of DC's best adaptations, and Outsiders just cements that status. It really is that good. Few animated shows, especially superhero animated shows, are willing to go to the places that Young Justice is willing to go. And the freedom allowed to it from not being on a major network just means that the creative team can take these concepts even further than ever before. I mean, yeah, we're only 3 episodes in, but they were a great 3 episodes and a great way of bringing back old fans and enticing new viewers who maybe just binged seasons 1 and 2. Like I promise I will do, don't worry about it. So with Titans being pretty good and Young Justice Outsiders being incredible as ever, I guess it's time to revisit the question, is DC Universe worth subscribing to? Almost. I'll be honest, if you really only want to watch Young Justice, I would say you maybe wait for the whole season to be over. This way you can just pay for 1 or 2 months and binge the whole thing and be done with it. But at the rate they seem to be going, we might be in for a good streaming service with good original content. Doom Patrol might actually be really good. Swamp Thing might actually be really good. I'd say, yeah, give it a shot. Stick around for the new shows at this point. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get to those shows when they come out. In the meantime, Young Justice Outsiders. Did you watch the first 3 episodes? What did you think of it? Does this make you want to subscribe to DC Universe, or are you still on the fence about this whole experiment? Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. The first 2 seasons of Young Justice are still available on Blu-ray, so I have Amazon links to those in the description below if you want to try it out on physical media before you're ready to dive into another streaming service. Also down below are links to the first 3 volumes of the original Young Justice comic book series by Peter David and Todd Nauck. You know, these guys. And of course, don't forget to check out Wulff Den Apparel. Don't forget that we have new videos every Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern is Wulff Den Live. Don't forget about the new time. And as always, subscribe to see all of that. Like this video and share it with a friend. A friend who used to love Young Justice on TV and wants to know if the new season is worth it. It is. Trust me. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.